Good morning, students. So we'll continue with chapter 7 of Civics. Chapter 7, Civics, Social Aspects of Gender Role. So yesterday we discussed about Samoa Island. Okay, yesterday we discussed about Samoa Island, that how the girls and boys were grown up in 1920s in Samoa Island. That was a research of 1920s. Okay, so there what we found that they were having a very simple life, and the boys and girls were not having that kind of discrimination. So basically both were doing the same work. Tanya is asking how they grow up. For that you need to go and check yesterday's video. You need to go and watch the yesterday's video. We have already discussed yesterday in the class. You people remain present, and what you do, I don't know. This is really, it is shocking that after the class, after teaching everything in detail, the students come and ask, what is this? All the Ramayana has been finished, now you are asking who is Ram. So that is a shocking thing for me. How some students do this? What you people do when I teach you? At that time, what you people are doing that you don't know how they grow up? Are you people thinking we are just standing here to make fun and to joke with you? That is the duty we have. The absent students, when they ask question, I can understand. Or if something very confusing, if people are asking question, I understand. The whole class was on Samoa Island yesterday. Now this girl is asking how they grew up. And she was present yesterday. What this girl was doing yesterday, I don't know. I'm never getting homework of Tanya and Nandini proper way. Always they are sending incomplete, useless, rubbish homework. I don't know on which island you people live. That you take classes and you understand zero. How is that possible? Such a stupidity I just don't like. Asking question is not a wrong thing, but at least ask some senseful question. The question having sense. The questions you are asking, that is useless nonsense. There is no sense of that question. What I feel something that you are coming from some other planet. All of a sudden you dropped here on earth and you don't know anything now. That kind of acting you people do, like aliens. Enough nonsense I have taken from these two girls. So we have already discussed about Samoa Island, how the girls and boys grew up in the Samoa Island, what was their lifestyle. So if you go through their lifestyle, it was similar. There was no discrimination that girls will only do this work, boys will only do this work. That kind of discrimination was not there. The work which was being done by boys, the same work was being done by girls. Okay, so that is what we saw in Samoa Island. Now, another time that we need to go through Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So our topic is growing up men in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh in 1960s. Okay, we are taking the research of 1960s. Okay, so that we can understand the things. So, from class 6 onwards, boys and girls went to girls school. Girls will go to girls school. Boys will go to boys school. That means they will have different school for girls and boys. Are they going to give different syllabus? For that they have been separated. No, syllabus will not be different. But they will have many things different. Okay, difference will be there, but not in syllabus, but in other things. Okay, so what will be the difference? So difference will be in the girls' school, there will be central courtyard. Central courtyard. Laid in total seclusion and safety from the outside. Whereas when we talk about boys, no such courtyard. No such courtyard. And this space attached so big space attached to the school. So this was the scenario. Now the girls' school will have a central courtyard and played in total seclusion and safety from the outside. Now boys' school will not have such kind of courtyard and big space attached to the school. I am telling you, Ahana, I am just explaining the same thing. Suppose this is the area of girls' school. Okay. This is the area of girls' school. Okay. Now like this classes will be there. Like this. Okay. These all are classes. Understood? These all are classes. The courtyard will be in the center. It will be surrounded by the classes. Now there is no escape point. You cannot go outside from anywhere. Okay. So the courtyard will be in the center of the school and it will be surrounded by the classes and other rooms, so that there will be seclusion and safety. means these girls will be safe and they will be separated from the outside. Understood? So for that purpose, this school was made like that. The people were thinking that, okay, girls started going school, right? Earlier, when you will go in class 8, you will understand, when you will read everything, you will understand that the women had a lot of struggle for going to school. Understood? In starting, people were not allowing the girls to go to school. I'm talking before independence. Okay, 1960, if you see, this is after independence scenario. I am talking about before independence, what was happening. So before independence, anyways, in starting, if you will see, what was there? Many of the things were there, like sati pratha, child marriage, all these things were there in the society in 19th century, if you see. Okay, so all these things were there. Now slowly and gradually the people started raising their voice. Then sati pratha was banned. Then after 100 years, child marriage was banned. Okay, so like this, slowly and gradually, first of all, women were very oppressed. They were very oppressed. But slowly and gradually, these things were removed from the society. After that, now the time came to educate girl child. So in that scenario, the people were, the schools were there, the reformers were there who opened the schools for the girls. But the thing was, the people did not want their girl child to go to school. Why? They were thinking that if they will go to school, first of all, they will be away from home. Second thing, if they will go to school, who will do their duty? Their duty means, do you know what was the duty of the girl that time? Today, you girls are freely roaming here and there, right? But that time, duty of girl child was to cook food and to take care of the home. So, if these girls will go away from the home, who will take care of the home? Who will cook food? Who will do their duty? So, these girls will not do their duty if they will go outside for education. Okay, that kind of mentality people were having in starting. After that, people were thinking that if these girls will go outside and they will, from the road they will go, many people will see them, and like this, these girls will have kind of corrupted influence. That means these girls will be corrupted, their behavior will be corrupted. If many of the people they are watching them, they will go outside, they will know various kind of things. So these girls will be corrupted after that. So that kind of mentality people were having in starting. So what they did, they were giving home tuition to some of the people. Many of them, they refused to educate their girl child. But some of the men were there, some of the husbands, some of the fathers were there who were liberals, who thought, no, they are also human beings, they should also learn. If they will learn, we will grow. If women will grow, we will also grow with them. Some people were only having that kind of thinking. Now these people, what they did, these people kept home tutor. Now they cannot send, no one is sending the girl child to this school. School is there, but no one is sending their girl child to school. And if they will send, the society will not accept. If any new thing happens, society does not accept that. Yes? So, in that scenario, these people, the liberals also, they were not sending the girl child to school, but yes, they kept home tutor. The tutor was coming to home and they were teaching to the girl child. That is how, in the starting, some of the women has been taught, and later on, these women stood for the women. Understood? Later on, these women raised their voice for other women. And that is how, after a long struggle, the girl child were sent to school. Understood? So, this was happening. Now, this we go on in very old thing. So now we will come back to 1960s in Madhya Pradesh. So what was happening in Madhya Pradesh? So there was separate school for boys and girls. Now in girls' school, the courtyard was in center. Central courtyard was there. Now why it was like this? So that these girls will be there will be total seclusion. They will be totally separated from the outside. Understood? That is why it was done. Now what about the boys' school? Because boys do not need safety. They do not need safety. If 9-year-old girl needs safety, then 9-year-old boy should also need safety. Yes or no? But it was not like that. For girls, safety was needed. So the structure of school was as per the need. But boys were not having any safety issue. So these boys were not having any such courtyard. If this is the boys' school and this is the front gate, so here the classes will be there. Okay, the classes will be there. Okay, and this whole area is the courtyard. They will have a gate here also, back gate. From this back gate, when they will come to the playground, they will go outside also. They will roam around in the village. They will come back after 1-2 periods. So this was happening. So there was no safety required for boys. Same age of boy and girl was having this issue. Okay. And big space was attached to the school so that boys can play. When boys were going to the playground, they were going out also from the back gate. They were going and roaming around in the village and coming back. So this was, and here what you can see, here we are not talking about the school building. We are not talking about architecture. What is the main thing which we need to notice? So the main thing is that girls were kept in total foundation, right? Whereas boys were totally free. There was no foundation for boys, but for girls there were a lot of foundations. They were kept in total seclusion. Okay, so this was the scenario of Madhya Pradesh school in 1960s. We are talking about 1960s, not today, not like your school where everyone is sitting together. It is not like that. Okay, this is the scenario of 1960s. Now next is now what was the behavior of boys and girls? So boys used to the streets as a place to stand around idling, to play, to spice out tricks, with their bicycles. Now, how was the behavior of girl? So, when we talk about the behavior of girls, girls walked on street. purposeful. For girls, the street was simply a place because they because they to get straight place to get straight to home. The girls always maintain rules. Perhaps because also having fears of being teased or attacked. Now here was the difference in the behavior of boys and girls. So what was the difference in behavior of boys and girls? So this we will understand. So boys use the streets as a place to stand around idling to play, to buy some tricks with their bicycles. Now when boys were on road, what they were doing? This is the story of 1960. Okay, I don't know about 1960. I was not there in 1960, but in 2000 or 2000. Yes, in 2000 I was there, so I have gone through all this thing and I have seen this. I don't know if you people have seen this or not. Okay, so if you have seen this, you can relate, and if you have not seen this, I can relate it with myself. Okay. Yes, dear. Ahana, bicycle was invented in 1960. What are you talking about? When was wheel invented? In ancient history, we have read wheel was invented. What now? What are you? 1960 is not far from you. This is 2020. It is 80 years back. Okay. Your grandfather will be there. So, okay. So what we were talking about? We were talking about how boys and girls were behaving on the street. So when boys used to go on the street, they used to play on the street. See, to stand around idling to play. They start playing on the street. Then they will do some kind of tricks with their bicycles on the street. They will do full-on musty on the street. This was the behavior of boys. When the time comes for girls, so girls will only walk on the street purposefully. If there is any work, then only they will go on street, otherwise they will not go. Okay. Without any work, without any purpose, they won't be going on the street. They will not go on the street. Okay. If they need to go to school or if they need to go to some urgent place, then only in that scenario only they will go out of their home. Otherwise, they will live in their home. Okay. Next, for girls, the street was simply a place to get straight home. So when they are on road, when they are on street, they will direct go to their home. But that is not with boys. When boys are on road, they will do whatever they want. They will roam around somewhere. They will go to their friend's place. They will go there. They will roam around everywhere. They will play on road. They will chit chat on road. They will do tricks with bicycle. But that was not scenario with the girls. Girls won't be standing on the road and they will be chit chatting. When they are on road, they will directly move towards their home. Okay? The girls always went in groups. going on the road. If they need to go somewhere, they will ask to their friends, are you going or not? Then only they will go in groups. Because they can be attacked, or maybe the boys who are standing on the street, they will tease them. So that was the behavior difference in boys and girls. So now I want to tell you, have you gone through this situation? Have you seen, any one of you have seen this kind of situation? Where, as being a girl, I think girls can better give this answer. As being a girl, have you ever felt that on road I am embarrassed or I am feeling nervous on the road? Okay, no one felt. None of the girls have gone through this situation in this class. Okay, so that is a good thing that we have changed a lot. Okay, let me tell you my story related to this. When I was in high school, I have studied from a government school. So when I was in my high school, what was happening? First of all, the school used to remain closed. Most of the time, the school remained closed. Okay. And when it was a government school, so many students were there. Many students were there. When there was a time of dispersal, the road was full of the students. That kind of huge school it was. Okay. So, what, like I was also having some friends. Some friends were near to my home. Some friends were far from my home. Some friends were there who were in the way. So like that, we were having 6, 7, 8 girls who were friends who used to go. Now the thing was, that time, I was knowing, I was aware of how to ride the bicycle. But as a girl, we were not allowed to ride the bicycle. That was the scenario at that time. Okay, that is not very far from your time. And it depends on place also. Okay, it depends on place also. In 2000 only, when I was in Jamshedpur in Jharkhand, the scenario was totally different for me. No foundation. I was riding bicycle. I was playing. I was reading in co-ed school with boys and girls. Everyone was there, and I was riding bicycle. I was playing badminton till night on the road. So in Jamshedpur, the same scenario was different. But when I shifted to Bihar, so there the scenario was totally different. Do you know why? Because Jamshedpur is a city, developed place, urban city. And where I came was a rural place. It was a village. It is a district, but it is near to village. It is influenced by village. Okay, so this happened. I was not knowing that we cannot go and ride bicycle over here, but it was instructed that at this place you cannot go outside and you cannot ride bicycle. So it was very far. Like if you see from your school to Surajgada market, it is triple of that much of distance. That means once you will go from your school to market, then come back, then go back again. That much of distance was there from my home to my school. And what we used to do, we used to walk for that. In spite of knowing how to ride bicycle, I need to go walking to the school and walking come back home. At that time, when we need to go to school, first we need to confirm. We will confirm to our friends. Are you coming tomorrow? Are you coming tomorrow? So in that, if 2, 3 girls will be ready, then only we will go school. If they will say no, we are not going school today, then we will also not go because our friends are not going to school. We cannot go alone. Maybe someone will tease us. Maybe the boys who are there, standing there, they will tease us. They can say anything to us. They can harass us in the road. So we will not going to school. That was the scenario. Now second thing, what happens? We will, at last, there will be 2-3 girls who will be always there in the group. Others will remain absent for some reasons. Like Rashti is there. Rashti. So Rashti do these things. She remains at home most of the time. So like that, we were also having friends who didn't want to go to school. So they always remain at home. And there were 2-3 friends who were regular. So we used to talk with them and we used to confirm. Now when we go at the gate of the school, now entering the gate was a very difficult work to do. It was a tough job to do. Like every day, it was like someone is asking us to give some examination. It was like that. Now, if this is the gate, let me erase this one. If this was the high school, this is the main road. Okay? And here you have a big gate like this. And 2 small gates were here. Now this gate will open and we will go from here. This is our entry. Now entering here was a very difficult job. Do you know why? All the boys will remain here only. They will make a crowd here. I don't know for what reason. They were thinking some of the goddess are coming. For that reason, they used to block the way. So much of crowd. Now you will get this much of space in such a huge gate was there, but you will get this much space to enter. Oh, everywhere boys are standing. So like that, we used to hold each other's hand. 2-3 girls we used to be there, and we used to hold each other's hand, and we used to pray inside कि अभी कोई कुछ बोले ना हम लोग, like that. And when we go inside towards our class is at back. So when we reach our class, we will take a deep breath. That today's examination has been passed. So that kind of scenario, what I have seen in a rural school. So this was the scenario. Okay. So this is what the same thing they are trying to tell here. That how boys and girls behave differently. Now why they behave like that? Why boys go on road and they show tricks and they enjoy, they chit chat, they are very free minded. And on the same road, when girls are walking, they are in such a stress. Why is that? Why it is stressful for girls to walk on the streets? Why they have fear they will be attacked, they will be teased? Why that kind of thing is there? So that is because of the society. That is because of the society. Society has many stereotypes and many prejudices are there. Many stereotypes and prejudices are there which society has, and they treat the boys and girls from the initial stage like that. That boys will behave like this, girls will behave like this. And that is the reason, that is the outcome which we see. Boys are in 6th standard and they are how they are behaving. Okay, now if it is not there, I am very happy. But still it is there, because still when I go at some places, I find discrimination. And maybe you people are too young to notice that. But if you will go to some rural area, you will find some discrimination in boys and girls. Okay, so this is the thing, and we will go ahead with the chapter in next class. Thank you everyone for coming. And if you have any question, please ask me.